1 through 10, top scout the stat line catchers. Number 8 is Thayron Liranzo, now of the Detroit Tigers. Big time acquisition at the deadline after losing some of his prospect pedigree early in the season for the Dodgers. Liranzo played pretty well coming over in that deal. Scout the stat line is also bullish. CJ Crone is the comp, so we're seeing a lot of power in the projections. 118.8 WRC plus, 242 batting average, 342 on base percentage, 26 home runs is the expectation. Doc, what are your thoughts on Liranzo?
Needs to put it together for a whole season. He's 21 now. He'll be turning 22 next season. They were slow rolling him in LA and Detroit. They got Briceno in Detroit as well. Not sure what to make of him because, yeah, he's actually, I was super high on him. Came out in LA, though, struggling, striking out way more. Power was down. Then he came over to Detroit. In 26 games, he had 5 home runs, which was almost as much as he had over 74 games with LA. Both his ratios were way up. He started walking more than he struck out again. Not sure what happened there. Very strange, right? We can talk all we want about farm systems and how some organizations do better than others, but somehow the Tigers are getting more out of his bat than the Dodgers. Doesn't make much sense to me. Maybe he needed a little change of scenery. I don't know the guy personally. That said, I'm excited for him. I think it's a time to buy. Looks like the Dodgers were starting to give him quite a bit of reps at first base. Still more at catcher, though, so they weren't giving up on him. Tigers did not give him a single job at first base. They gave him some DH work. It'll be interesting, man. I'm not as high on him as I was last year. I have more question marks, but as a soon-to-be 22-year-old who will be hitting Double-A this year, if he doesn't hit Double-A, things went terribly wrong. This is kind of I won't say make or break, but it's a pivotal year for his development. And so if you want to buy in, now's a good time. People might look at the overall numbers and ignore that he came on hot to end the season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and definitely more of an acquirable piece than he was at the 2023 offseason mark, where people were pegging him as the next Basallo. Definitely not the same profile, right? Power over hit is pretty clear here. But I think he can be acquired in 20-man teams. Doc, are you sending some flyers?
I'm trying to see. I traded him away after getting a great deal for him last year, and I don't remember what they were. So we're gonna find out, right? I'm gonna announce it live on air if I lost or won these deals. I know I won the first deal. Let's take a look. Liranzo. We're gonna do a little Control F for those at home. I got him originally. Wow, that's a great deal. I got a round 3 and Liranzo for Drew Rasmussen and a round 5 theft. Grand larceny. I was so happy with that. So it's interesting. I would have traded him away here. Did I really do that? I traded him back to the same team. Hilarious. Yeah, this might be something where I kick myself later. I got rid of Eloy's salary. This is our league. Mm-hmm. I picked up Jock Peterson and Mitch Garver and a prospect who didn't work out. But this is a weird one. So Peterson was my best offensive player last year. I was trying to make a push with my stacked pitching. And a 30-teamer, folks, Jock Peterson can make the difference. All right. And Mitch Garver was supposed to be not the worst player in Major League Baseball.
It wasn't good.
Wasn't good. So, no, went from and it's so funny. It was the same team. He was probably so happy to get him back. Yeah, so anyway, that's what his value was last year. Clearly just weird. I'm not sure if that actually helps any of you, but I think honestly he might be that piece now, where you might be able to get him as a throw-in because his value is not as concrete, and there are questions about Briceno there and Torkelson and what's happening at catcher or first base. I mean, yeah, they got some interesting pieces.